He's Robin Ventura, the new White Sox manager, joining us for the Dan Patrick Show. Well, you certainly surprised a lot of people with this announcement. When did you start thinking about being a manager in baseball?
I started thinking actually when they called me, which was right after the season. So it was one of those. I was working in the minor leagues with them and not really expecting this quick move.
Were you surprised?
Absolutely. I thought it would take a while to, kind of work through the minor leagues and see what would happen after that.
But is there a part of you that says, am I ready for this?
I think you go through that in deciding to do this, but I feel confident that I'm going to be able to do this. It's the right place. I know the people, so it's I feel ready to do it.
But you were brought in as a special advisor, and I think some people thought at the time kind of an interesting, sneaky move as insurance in case you were going to be able to help out the next manager of the White Sox. I don't think people thought you were going to get the job, but did Kenny Williams at any point bring up being a manager while Ozzie was still there?
Never. I mean, I honestly only dealt with Buddy Bell. I mean, I don't ever remember having a interview or anything with Kenny. Everything was done with Buddy Bell, and it was basically go in the minor leagues and do this, and that was pretty much it.
Do you want this job?
This job, yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Okay. I just thought it sounded like you sort of had to take it.
No. They did not have to talk me into it. It's just you get through that period of how fast it's going. But absolutely, I want this job.
Who do you pattern yourself after with all the managers you played for?
I think you take something from everybody. Obviously, I'm not going to have the same personality as Ozzie, but you take things from everybody. I hope just to be myself, but you take bits and pieces from every manager or coach you're with, that, positive things that they did that you saw that worked. That I don't know if it's stealing, but you'll definitely use it.
It's called sampling. The kids call it sampling.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. I'm going to write that down.
He's Robin Ventura, the White Sox manager, joining us for the Dan Patrick Show. Did they interview anybody else?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
But they did talk about Konerko being a player manager?
I heard that today. I don't know if that would be good to have him sitting next to me all year, but
do you think he's going to be second-guessing you?
Absolutely now. Jeez. They put that out there. I'm going to be walking out to the mound. He's going to be at first base shaking his head.
Could you imagine during your playing days being a player manager?
There's no way. There's no way. I don't see. I mean, even thinking back to the Pete Rose and the managers that have done it, I just can't even imagine doing that and thinking both sides of the ball.
How long did it take during your press conference before somebody brought up the Nolan Ryan charging the mound moment?
I would say, how long was that? It was probably like 3 minutes in. We had an over-under of about 5, but I figure it's usually around 3. It's usually like the fourth question because they let you kind of ease into it, and then they want to come out and shock you with it like you'd never heard it before.
Do you have a picture of that frame?
No, I don't. Everybody else seems to.
But what if, like, let's say Nolan Ryan signed it? Like, would you look at that and say, because you got a good sense of humor?
Yeah, it is what it is. I don't have a lot of pictures, like baseball stuff up in the house, but we open in Texas, so of course I'm going to end up getting one. I'm going to get a lot of offers to get one, I can tell you that.
Do you want a rematch with Nolan Ryan?
Oh, no. You saw what happened, Dan. It's all good.
It wasn't pretty.
No, it didn't work out well, did it?
He said he could still throw 85 miles an hour. I
believe that.
You realize they show that video in Arlington all the time.
They still show the video?
Yes, they do.
Oh, yeah. The internet has kept me alive, Dan.
Do your kids ask you about it?
For a while, like when they first started, understanding sports, but that's usually the barb somebody will throw out if they're trying to be mean to them.
I want you to play the role of Jim Leland. Might as well make you manager now. So you got game 4. You got Porcello ready to go. Verlander on 3 days rest. You're down 2-1. What would you do?
You're going with Porcello.
Why?
Well, you still have the extra game. I mean, it's a 7-game series, and, he's going to have to throw one of them, so you might as well have him throw that one. And you're still going to have Verlander at home.
How well, certain managers were a pitcher's manager, certain were hitter's managers. Where do you fit in that? Do you understand a pitcher?
I do. I think pitching's difficult. As a hitter, you go out there and you get to kind of control what's going on. You're in charge of it. As a pitcher, you just throw the ball and hopefully somebody catches it behind you. So there's a lot of there's a lot of things that go on for a pitcher that they can't control, and I think that's what really drives them crazy. But having played the game, I had a lot of friends, when I played that were pitchers, just to kind of understand a little better and how hard it is.
They're weird, though. They're different.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But you have to get into you have to understand their world.
I'll get in their skull. Don't worry. I'll be in there.
Will you let them drink beer, eat fried chicken, and play video games like the Red Sox?
During the game?
Yeah.
During the game?
If they're not pitching, are they able? What are you allowed to do when you're not pitching?
When you're not pitching, are they pulled from the game? Or
no.
They're still. Well, I think if you're still active, you better be around watching the game and pulling for your teammates. I think once you come out, guys are going to have to go ice and do all that stuff. But, if there's a chance I could use you as a pinch runner, you better be available.
What's the strangest thing that guys did during a game when they weren't playing?
Back when the game...
No names.
Back when I first started, it always shocked me because I came out of college and probably had a year and then in, but the guys that would smoke a lot in the log, like during the game, to me, that floored me the first time I saw it.
Well, that's not a big... Well, you can't smoke now in the dugout.
Right.
So they go back and...
Yeah, back then they'd be right behind the dugout, smoke just billowing out into the dugout. But
wait, that's the worst thing?
Well,
no names?
No names?
No names.
They're really. I don't have any.
You were around, Robin. You were around.
Next time, Dan. Let me figure it out. Let me go way back. Have me on again. I'll have something good for you.
Okay, because I promise you this: I won't bring up the Nolan Ryan thing next time. But you.
Yes, you will.
I promise I won't.
Yes, you will.
But you have to give me.
Don't keep a promise you can't.
If you promise, don't make me get you in a headlock. I promise I will not bring it up if you bring a great story next time around.
No, the Gracie story is the best. It's hard to compete with the Mark Grace pitching story.
With
Maddox.
What was that?
Yeah, the one where he goes to the mound, and he was very happy to be on the mound.
Okay, is that true that Maddox was sporting wood on the mound?
Yes.
And that is true.
That's the story that's been out there.
But what is Gracie?
And Gracie said, "You really love to pitch, don't you?"
Well, maybe he thought Grace was hot.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, next time around, great story.
Okay, I'll go deep down in and find that story.
And by the way, how close are the White Sox to the playoffs?
Well, I don't even know what our team is right at this point. The season just ended.
Do you know who's on the roster?
As of right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
All right,
on the roster.
All right. I just don't want this to sneak up on you, like February or March.
No, I have plenty of time to do all the reading up I need to do, Dan.
All right. Congratulations. Tell your wife I said hello, okay?
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
All right. Thank you, Robin.
All right.
Robin Ventura. I would say he's opposite of Ozzie again. I don't know about you guys.